Yeah.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to anybody and everybody that's listening. This is the Lopez Podcast. I'm Nathaniel Lopez. And with me today is Timbo Lino, a.k.a. Timbo Ryder, a.k.a. Timbo Slice, also known as Tim Slingluff.
Also known exactly.
A.k.a. His name is Exactly.
Exactly.
He goes by the name Exactly.
Dr. Exactly.
Tim is the bass player for Toylit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he plays bass for the band Toylit that I'm in, and we're in it together. We're in it to win it, to conquer everything.
To conquer and destroy.
Yes.
Basically.
We're gonna kill everybody and everything. Oh.
Intestines for scarves, you know?
Exactly. We're gonna wear intestine scarves around our necks.
Mm-hmm. Next one.
You heard that right, folks. You heard it here first. I fucking heard it here first. Okay, well, I'm just gonna start it how I started every interview.
Oh no.
I just talk. I like to
Interview.
talk. We're just talking. I like to talk about how. I usually like to talk about how we met.
It's a job.
It's a hobby jobby. It's a jobby hobby. So when did we first meet, Tim? Do you remember when we first met? I remember when I first met you.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like some random encounter. You were gonna hang out with Ralph. It was like you and Josh were hanging out with Ralph, and I came by, or you came by while I was there, and yeah, I remember I tried to remember your name really hard. Cause I was like,
that's Timbolina.
I'm terrible at remembering names. So
True. Me too, man.
So I was just like, I remember I met you. He's like Tim, redhead Tim. I was like, it's not Tom, it's Tim. That's
Dude, I feel like you still call me Tom sometimes, you know?
No, Andy calls you Tom. I think he
asshole.
does. I think he calls you Tom, or I don't know what the fuck. I think now,
Shit gets fucked up.
ever since that crazy night, you'll always be Tim now.
I've earned my name.
You've earned the right to your own name, Tim. Timbo. Oh, fucking A. Yeah, who would have thunk that you would be playing in our band?
And it's crazy how you meet people, dude.
Yeah, it's
and the people who, like, who you're actually not meeting, but then you meet people.
Oh, exactly. Like whenever I was talking to Avery, I was talking to her about, like, because she met Efren before, like, she knew about Toylit. She met him years before, like, we really knew her. Mm. And, like, they had a picture together.
Nice.
And Efren was just, like, holding merch and stuff. And, like, years later, after she met us, she was looking through her photos, and she saw that, and it came up, and she's like, oh, my God. She's like, is that Efren?
She remembered. That's awesome.
It's just like we were at, like, similar shows. We saw the same shows because, you know, we were fans of the same music, and, you know, sometimes that's how it is. And, you know, sometimes just the people line up.
Right.
I don't even know how you, like, came to be in mind for...
I think
bass player position.
I met Efren also.
Yeah.
At Ralph's.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, we started to jam. It was like one time, came over and jammed.
Yeah. Would you jam with your baritone?
No, we were playing the bass.
You're slapping the bass?
Slapping the balls, man. Yeah.
Oh, was that whenever Juan was still in the band?
I think, yes, Juan was actually, I met Juan.
Yeah. Yeah, because you would come hang out with us.
Yeah.
And then you went away.
So long ago.
Yeah,
dude.
and then you went away for a while, like before
I disappeared.
Yeah. I was just like, we thought you hated us.
Really?
Yeah, we were just
That's
like,
so crazy.
because it was just like after one night that we got all fucked, we were drunk. We were all super drunk. And it was, I think, whenever me and Andy were just like smashed in the back of your car. And
yeah.
It was whenever I burnt. It was whenever I burnt Andy with the cigarette. And you were just like, dude, is this how you guys like treat each other?
I'm just in shock.
And I was just like, yeah, no, only if I really like you. I'll only act like an asshole to you if I really like you. Fucking.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we thought like, you know, because you just took like I think you got too drunk and you just left at one point, and we didn't know where you went. And I think we fucking went to sleep in your car, really.
Really?
But
I have no idea.
But we were just like, dude, where'd Tim go? It was like, dude, I think he fucking hates us. I think we're too crazy for him. But
It just bounced.
yeah, something.
Interesting.
It's just some drunk night.
Yeah.
Some drunk salmon well nights. Those fucking days.
Those salmon well days. Beautiful, but also...
It's a learning experience.
Exactly. Like most things, you know.
But then shit happened and we needed a bass player.
Damn you.
So we got you, Timmy.
Yeah.
Little Timbo.
Playing the boss.
Little Timbo peep.
Dude, I didn't play the bass much.
Yeah, you
coming up into until I started playing with.
What was the first instrument you ever learned how to play?
It was like acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there, whose guitar was it?
It was my mother's.
Your mom? So your mom knew how to play guitar? Did she teach you?
Yeah, she taught me as much as she could.
She's just like, I only know how to play a little bit. She started playing Stairway to Heaven. She's like, ding, ding, ding.
All of a sudden, she's like, amazing.
She's like, all I know is Cowboys of Hell by Pantera. Even though I guess your parents were religious.
Yeah, it's probably be the last song they play.
Cowboys of Hell.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I know. I just started playing. She taught me like chords.
Yeah, well, that's probably the best thing to do.
And just started strumming.
You're just like ding 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 ding
Exactly.
ding 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 ding.
For some reason, I thought I was cool.
Yeah, well, I think dude, I used to not know how to play guitar, and I used to just like strum.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I brought my guitar to school, and I didn't know how to play. Efren knew how to play a little bit, and he would bring his guitar, and I would bring my guitar, and I would just kind of stand there, and I would pluck a little bit, and it would just always sound like shit. I never tuned my guitar because I didn't understand the mechanics of a guitar.
Yeah, no, there's a lot that goes into it.
Well, yeah,
It's like a knowledge in itself. If you have instruments or
we used to just play. We used to make songs with a guitar that was out of tune. Me and Efren recorded like 3 shitty albums using GarageBand on like the first Mac computer my parents got because it had all these capabilities. We would like use the front camera and just like make videos of us walking across the camera to songs. They're on MySpace, but I can never fucking get a hold of them.
MySpace.
And it makes me so sad.
Yes.
Because that's like stupid, goofy 6th, 7th grade content. We have one called Dancing Doctors.
I feel like our generation went through that because I have friends and I have like little goofy videos.
Hell yeah,
as
dude,
like a little middle schooler, it's just like doing random shit.
Exactly, dude. On my fucking YouTube page, I have I don't even know where I was going with this. On my YouTube page, I have something. No, it's just I got old ass videos on my YouTube page, and I just have an archive because I remember I bought my first camera. Do you remember those like flip cameras?
Like the phone?
No, it was just like it looked like a phone.
It was like a razor?
And then it just had like a little fucking USB thing
shit.
that fucking stuck out. It was like supposed to be this super easy fucking thing. It was like it was a handheld camera, and I wish I still had it. I think Efren has it now. But it was just like my first camera. I made so many videos with it, but fucking...
Oh, yeah.
I had to take them all down from YouTube, and I just deleted them because because I would put like songs I didn't have the rights to. And I fucking fucked
No
up.
one knew it was so intense back then, dude.
Oh, exactly. I used to make so much videos. I wanted to be like a professional YouTuber at one point. I was like really into all those YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah. Once you discover YouTube, you lose your life for like ever.
I know some people that have just all they do is just listen to music on YouTube and find new music on YouTube, and it sucks. It's just like
it's endless though.
I mean,
no,
dude, it's because it's just endless contributors, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm putting fucking, like, every podcast I do automatically gets uploaded to YouTube, so that's just, like, more hours of endless fucking footage. Imagine in the future if kids are just like, yeah, I watched the whole YouTube library. What do you mean you watched the whole YouTube library? Well, yeah.
How much time?
In the year 2045, YouTube was bought out, and then it just became a archive of history. You're telling me that kids are gonna think that these YouTube videos are history? Well, technically they are. I don't know. I don't like the future. She started playing guitar.
Yeah, started playing guitar.
Timmy guitar.
And probably my next like instrument I tried was I was high school. I picked up the cello, tried to play the cello.
Yeah?
I did that for like 4 years.
4 years of cello, Nathan?
Yeah.
You're just...
I don't know why.
So you have your own cello.
I do actually have a cello.
So you should bring that cello when we come jam.
Yeah.
We should put that on this next fucking album.
Right,
bro.
Dude, this next album's gonna be...
Yeah, I want to make it a musical masterpiece, bro. I want to fucking...
It is. It's gonna be...
I want to take some time. Write a good album. But that's not for you people listening. You guys don't need to hear that until the news comes out. Okay. Back to this fucking thing. So you started playing the cello, huh?
Yeah, it was the cello for like 4 years.
What'd you do, like in school?
Yeah, just it was like
Maryland High School?
Maryland High School.
Far from Arizona. Far from Maryland, Arizona.
East Coast, man.
East Coast. What do you like better, the East or the West? Have you ever been to California?
You would ask this question. I've been to San Diego. That's the farthest.
That's the farthest in California?
Yeah.
Were you by yourself or with your family?
No, I went with my brother one time. We had to go surfing.
You guys went road trip?
Yeah. We're like,
that's cool as fuck.
Fuck it. Let's go.
You and your little brother?
Yeah.
That's tight as fuck. You drove the whole time?
In the car. Yeah. It was...
Well, you guys slept on the beach in your car?
Yeah, we had to find a
parking lot that you could park in.
A really, like, hidden lot.
I've done that before.
Sketchy.
Slept in a car.
Sketchy.
Slept in a Home Depot parking lot. Yeah, you guys just kind of laying down, thinking about.
It was just a rest.
Yeah, please. I hope I don't get robbed.
Yeah.
I really hope I don't get robbed in California. My parents will fucking kill me.
Maybe.
So all throughout high school you played cello. Was it like symphony cello or?
Yeah, it was
like marching band cello.
It was like a whole symphony basically.
So you would wear a suit and sit down and play cello?
At the concerts, basically, that's what would happen.
That's cool because we didn't have that kind of shit in San Juan.
It was interesting.
That sounds fucking interesting.
But it was cool, and like that was kind of my first time performing to people. But it wasn't. I guess there was a lot of people there, so it wasn't just me,
Yeah.
It was cool. I enjoy that shit.
That's awesome.
I need to find like another symphony to play in, dude.
You should.
Mm-hmm. On the search, hit me up.
Search for a symphony.
If you guys know any symphonies, trying to get in the loop on that one.
Tim Looper looking for a symphony.
Check. What about you, man? What was your... Just guitar was your first instrument you tried?
I tried. Failed.
Nah, not at all. Like, 50 years from now, like, those recordings are gonna be, like, sacred.
Sacred recording.
You gotta pay, like, your life soul.
Yeah, to find my original recordings, you can go to beep.com. Beep.com. You can find all the original recordings of mine. Yeah, and you can fucking delve your soul into my music. So,
Third gate.
When did you come to Arizona? How long have you been living in Arizona?
I've been living here for 5 years.
5 years, and you're in love with the desert.
I do like the desert. Desert's cool.
What is...
what's cool about the desert?
No, not what's cool about the desert. The desert's fucking awesome. I like the desert.
Desert is
A lot of people that are from the desert will probably say that they like it or hate it. But I mean, I guess that's the only thing you... Or just like, I really don't feel anything about the desert.
There's no middle.
Because I'm never in the desert. I'm in the city or in a town.
True.
But when you go out into the desert, you can see some really fucking nice places.
Yeah.
Especially hiking.
Some good views.
Great views. Sponsor me, Arizona. The state of Arizona sponsors this podcast. Yeah.
Shout out to Arizona.
Shouts out to Arizona, motherfuckers.
Fuckers.
So you came to Arizona.
Fucking mothers.
5 years ago.
Motherfuckers.
How old were you when you came to Arizona? Was it like right after high school?
Yeah, 18.
19? So it was like,
18, 19.
that's cool. And
Something
like that. A little
something
like that.
Yeah.
And
just, like playing music.
Yeah.
Mostly.
By yourself?
My journey has been lonely.
Pretty lonely. Well, you got us now, and you just gotta make contacts with people that want to make music as well.
I moved a lot, dude, and
where's
meeting new people.
Where'd you live the longest? Maryland?
No, I think the longest I lived in a place was, I think it's Arizona right now.
Arizona's holding the record for number one.
Yeah, we were in Alabama for 5 years. That was
Alabama. Where were you born?
I was born in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Lexington.
Do you like bourbon?
I do. I am.
You like Kentucky bourbon?
I'm a fan of the arts of bourbon.
So you were born in Kentucky.
Yes.
Kentucky where?
Kentucky.
Is Kentucky's a state?
Oh,
yeah, you just fucking said that.
Are you listening to me, man?
I'm trailing off. Okay, that's so you're from.
It's a long.
You're from
story.
Kentucky. I mean, yeah, you're pretty old, bro.
I know. The journey is getting longer.
Longer.
Yeah, man. Getting older.
We're all getting a little bit older.
What can you do?
We can just keep on doing it.
Keep on keeping on, man.
So what kind of music did your parents listen to? What kind of music
Music?
Yeah, what kind of music was in your house when you were growing up?
My dad had a lot of jazz.
A lot of jazz?
He liked
I can see that.
What's it called?
Your influence.
Nat King Cole. That's his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his favorite?
I think so. I don't know. Yeah, that was his favorite. So, yeah, I don't know.
And what about your mom?
What was jazz?
What was your mom a fan of?
Oh,
rock.
Pop,
pop
Beatles. Rock. She liked, a lot of pop music.
Okay.
Mostly.
Right on.
Yeah, the Bee Gees. She's
She's an 80s kid, 80s teenager.
Yeah, basically.
Right on, that's how my mom was too.
Yeah.
What so what was the first album that you ever fucking
that I really got
that
into?
made you feel like you had your own sense of your own taste? Something maybe your parents would have listened to. Do you know? Can you think of that first album that you felt like was your album
that I just had to have?
Like it was like I found this album.
You're probably gonna hate me for this one, dude.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Right on. There was a yard sale one time at my neighbor's house that we were living at.
All right.
And I go over with quarters in my pocket.
Hell yeah.
And this dude's selling CDs. I'm checking them out.
Mm-hmm.
I see Weezer.
Weezer. Okay, Weezer.
The Blue Album, dude.
Right on. I don't listen to Weezer, but I know a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
And I don't hate Weezer.
I played that.
The media will say that I hate Weezer, but I don't hate Weezer. All you listening out there, I don't hate Weezer. Weezer, if you're listening, I know you're listening. I know all of you motherfuckers listening to this podcast. I don't hate you guys. I love it.
I fucking love you.
Right on. The Blue Album.
Yeah, the Blue Album. That was like my CD, like first CD I ever bought, you know. So.
Yeah, I love that feeling, you know. He's just like, I bought the CD.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the fuck out of it. Yeah, my first CD was like, because I got, you know, my parents bought me CDs and they bought me like CDs of music that I liked myself. But the first CD that I ever bought myself with my money that I earned, I like had to write this essay and read it in front of a like group of old people. And there was like, because it was just like for this prize money, it was just like to make these people better writers, to showcase like their writing. So it was me, this guy, me, this kid, and this other girl, and we were in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
We had to write something about like what integrity was or some shit like that. It was, you know, some junior high type shit.
Yeah.
And
those essays.
It was like the first prize was $25, and I think the first prize was like $35, $50. I think it might have been $50, and I got like $25.
That's good.
So the first CDs I ever bought were 2 Census Fail CDs. It was like Life Is Not a Waiting Room and From the Depths of Dreams. Yeah, nice. It felt good to buy my own fucking CDs.
Yeah, right.
Now all those CDs are all scratched up because whenever I crashed my first car,
oh, no.
Like all those CDs went flying everywhere.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, shit happens. You live and you learn. And whenever the CD skips, I just have a little flashback of me crashing my first car. It's like, hey. It's just like, hey, but I'm good now. Fucking heavy breathing. Money. All right, this is the segment called Just Making Noises. Where the fuck were we? I'm gonna drop a plug for one of my sponsors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of sponsors.
The sponsor.
This sponsor goes out to learnhowtosew.org. Learnhowtosew.org is a website for people that do not know how to sew. And if you would love to learn how to sew in many facets and many materials and many patterns and styles, go to learntosew.org. Use the promo code Sewing is Cool. All right, thank you. We're back to this interview now. Okay, that's enough plugs. I'm too plugged up.
Dude, that sewing company though.
Yeah, Learn to Sew, bro. Yeah, they don't make anything. It's literally just information on how to sew. It's spreading awareness of how to sew. Don't you know?
Sewing is a handy skill.
Exactly. And if you don't know how to sew, I feel bad for you, son.
You're a fucking loser.
I got 99 needles and I'm gonna sew with every one.
Yeah.
Something like that. Some shit like that.
If you can't sew, you bitch.
I guess I'm a bitch because I don't know how to sew.
Me too. Me too.
Everybody that knows how to sew is just listening to this like, oh,
hell yeah.
These fucking posers. These guys don't even know how to sew. These fucking losers. What are they just talking about? Instruments?
That backfired.
Yeah, that backfired. I'm going to lose my fucking sponsor with sewing.org. LearnToSew.org.
You fucking threw us under the bus here. We can never do that ad again.
Nope. Can't. I'm going to have to erase that now.
Yeah. You do some editing.
Learn to fucking sew. More like LearnToSpeak.org. We are also sponsored by LearnToSpeak.org. LearnToSpeak.org is a website that is provided to anybody that logs onto it. And what you can do is you can learn how to speak properly and in thousands of different languages. You learn the grammar, you learn everything. It's got fucking
everything.
One up on Rosetta Stone.
Ooh.
Way better. LearnToSpeak.org. Go to it. If that's a real place, I'm not sponsored by them. But hey, I'm
Disclaimer.
sponsored by them. That's my sponsor. All right. You heard me here first, folks. LearnToSpeak.org, LearnToSew.org. Sponsored by them. Check them out. Use the promo code LearnToSew for both of them.
Drop it.
Yeah, you got that right. And we're back with Tim Slingluff.
And we're in.
And he's here. And we're in the office.
Why, hello, good sir.
Hello, we're back.
Hey.
Yeah, we went away for a second. I bet you guys didn't know that. I bet we played some stupid-ass commercials. Okay.
I don't know what they're playing these days.
I don't know what the fuck's going on these days, kids.
Yeah, who knows what's on TV? It's getting freaking
Yeah, if this was
crazy.
playing on TV, that would be very boring because there's no video to it yet. Whenever I get microphones with cameras on them, it's my big old microphone camera.
big old, like one camera just huge right in front of them, just like the interview.
Imagine just
It's
a giant microphone with just like a little GoPro on it.
It's like not even a real like.
It looks like
It's
a
made
massive
out of cardboard.
It looks like a massive bush with a little penis head poking out of the top.
Yeah.
It's just a little GoPro. Fucking. Oh, we've gotten way off track. Oh, but that's okay.
Should we play another ad?
I'm thinking about dropping another ad. Yeah, I play all my ads on vinyls. I bet you guys didn't know that. I bet you think I'm recording all of this on a computer. You guys are fucking wrong. I've got tape recorders recording this. I've got vinyls being pressed of what I'm saying right now. I'm pressing a hard vinyl right now. Bet you motherfuckers didn't know that. Yeah, I'm old school.
Yeah.
And guess what? To play a fucking ad on here,
Ooh.
it's very difficult. You fans don't know that. Yeah, mine and Nick's podcast is actually filmed in front of a live studio audience, except the live studio, we sit, whenever me and Nick record it, we sit in a soundproof booth.
There's a lot of room in here.
And there's a live studio audience around us, but they're not in the soundproof booth. So you can't hear them, but they can hear us. Yeah, but we're filmed in front of a live studio audience. But
the safe room.
Yeah, you can't hear them. It's too much. They talk too much.
Too much shit.
Yeah, so enough plugging me and all my shit. Let's talk about you, Tim.
You know my shit. Yeah.
Aside from playing bass and Toylit, what else do you do? You just jamming?
Yeah, dude.
Are you working on anything?
Not really.
No.
Just
riffing.
my goal right now is just to play as much as I can every day. You know.
That's good. That's the mind of an artist.
Right, and then we'll see what happens. If something good comes, then it comes.
Yeah.
And then you watch it go. You wave.
You wave as it's saying.
As it goes. Yeah. No, I think some of the best stuff in music is comes when improvised, or we call it jamming, you know. But like,
oh yeah, exactly, because we don't like to think of it as practicing, because we will practice. We'll practice songs, but for the most part, we're just gonna go play some fucking music.
Exactly.
And in a way, that's like, because I've heard people call it rehearsals. It's like, yeah, I got some band rehearsals tonight. Then we got a show tomorrow, and it's just like.
It's a big word.
I remember looking at that and telling everyone, I was just like, I don't think we've ever referred to our jam sessions as rehearsals. And
it almost sounds like
hey,
a play. Like,
we should.
You're going to rehearse a play.
Well, because I think rehearsal is just like.
Which is cool.
I mean, it's, you know, maybe it's just they're practicing, but they're deciding to call it rehearsal. But it's like, I think of rehearsal as like, this is exactly what we're going to do tomorrow. And we're just perfecting exactly like, after this note, I'm going to flick my hair and I'm going to strum up. And
we're getting the right motion.
Exactly. You know, it's like, and we're going to crab core. Because we used to do that. We never practiced it. We just did it while we practiced. So we just kind of like, I was like, I guess this is where we do it. And we're just going to do it here. But you know, we consider it jamming, bro, because it's like
it is
because it's always fun.
It is always fun.
Sometimes I leave just feeling a little bit frustrated because it's, you know, we don't always have 100% good jam sessions.
Exactly.
Because sometimes the jam's a little sour.
Sometimes we got a sour week, you know.
Exactly. Sometimes it's expired.
Expired milk, dude.
Expired jam.
Yeah.
Like, bro, who left the lid on the jam open? It's like, why is this jam not in the fridge?
Hey.
Who didn't put this jam in the fridge?
Who fucking left the jam out?
Who let the dogs?
It's probably me.
You like that? God damn it. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, but on a real note.
On a real note. Yeah.
Who left the jams out?
Yeah, who left the jam? That was so fucking funny. That was a good one. Fucking. Oh. So you're just jamming, trying to jam every single day. That's good.
Jam till I can't jam no more.
How often do you practice your bass?
Play the bass like
Once a week?
Yeah, once a week. Maybe
once a week aside from our jam session, or like jam session?
Playing the guitars, there's also bass in the guitar, like it's all kind of one.
Yeah, well, they say if you know how to play guitar, you can pretty much play bass.
Pretty much. But it is kind of like the same thing almost, but not really. The more I'm playing it, I'm starting to figure out different knobs and for different
tones and pitches.
And like the way you're strumming or plucking or whatever.
Oh yeah, how it makes a difference.
Or
and
whatever.
like a chuggy.
Yeah. And if you were going for that chug, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Sometimes you're just playing along.
Sometimes you just do the things, notes and stuff.
I have a lot of, there are a lot of times during podcasts where I just start going into acapella moments where I just like, do it. My next podcast will be called Acapella Rants. And it'll be like 20 minutes of me just going, that'd be fucking lame. This has got negative reviews. Why is this guy putting all of his effort into it?
No.
It's like he did a 3-hour podcast of him just making the noise. And why did that sound racist?
And why?
Because you only think it's racist.
Why did he do it? Who knows?
Who knows anything about everything?
Mm-hmm.
Dictionaries don't even know about physics.
Yeah.
Weird.
Try to see a dictionary make a sandwich, yo.
Dictionary sandwich, bro. That dick tastes sour.
Yeah.
And we're back.
And now
with the evening news. I'm here with rock legend Tim Bolino. He's played 1,000 studio tours.
I played 2 tours.
Played 2,000 tours across the nation.
He fell off a tree once, and he broke his fingers, and now he can't play anymore.
Have you ever broken any bones in your body?
No.
No, you ever got fucked up really bad?
I've sprained some fingers pretty bad.
Sprained me fingers. Doing what? Basketball?
Football. Football. Awful.
What sports did you do?
I did football and track.
Football and track. You only did 2 sports?
Yeah.
Damn. You never wrestled?
No.
Never wrestled?
I thought about it, but no.
Why, you didn't want to get beat up?
Yeah.
You didn't want to be touching boys.
Peace, bro. Peace.
Oh, so you're a pacifist, but you're playing football, tackling the shit out of people. It's like, doing it for the team! Doing it for the team!
They kind of put me just like in the back,
like a receiver,
like
or
a safety. Yeah, that's all I played. I just went in there and tried to knock some balls.
Knock some balls out of the air or intercept them. Do you ever make any interception touchdowns?
Dude, I did make 1 touchdown.
Yeah?
But that's it.
I'm
a one-man
wrecking crew?
Dude. One and
okay,
done.
well, so check this out.
It wasn't that cool. Like, once I got there, I was like, okay.
No one cheered really loud, and your team didn't go crazy, and we're like, that's the fucking team!
Yeah.
That's fucking team!
I don't even watch, football anymore, dude.
Yeah, I don't care for... So,
it was a weird part of my life.
I played football in junior, 7th and 8th grade, and I was like a receiver. No, I wasn't a receiver. I was like a lineman. No, I wasn't a lineman.
Yeah.
I was like a line. Wait, is linebacker defense or offense?
That's defense.
Okay, what is it? Whenever I was running back, I was a running back of some
you're the
sort.
runner.
I was a running back of some sort,
Hold on.
and I never made any touchdowns. And they would never throw to me because I had terrible hands.
Oh.
But fucking they decided they put me as safety one time.
Oh shit. It's always
it's
like the spot they put like
so
the guy.
I was on safety one time and I fucking made an interception and I started running and the fucking ref blew the whistle and just like, no, his knee touched. No, I didn't fucking touch it. And then that same fucking game, a lineman made a touchdown. One of our big motherfucking linemen made a touchdown, and he was pumped. And I was so upset because I never made a fucking touchdown ever. And we were undefeated our 8th grade year. So we had a tied game with one team, and it got like we had to stop after halftime because it started to rain and a storm.
Yeah.
So we met these guys in the finals, in the championship game on their field, and their irrigation had like flooded it. So we were playing in like soaked ass, soggy ass filled water, and
dirty ass water.
Like so, we were pumped, dude. We were just like, we were gonna try and win this shit, bro. We were like fucking undefeated. We gotta go beat these motherfuckers. We'll be conference champs. 8th graders, full of testosterone.
Yeah.
And I remember we warmed up, and then after we warmed up, our coach took us like back to the bus to like give us a speech, and then they started playing like the Black Eyed Peas song, "I Got a Feeling," and I just like one thing that sticks in my mind is my friend named Peasley, just in his full. We were all in like shoulder pads and shit, and he's just like pumped up. He's dancing. His long hair is bouncing everywhere. Everybody's just like getting pumped, like they're getting hyped. Everybody's getting hyped. They're like, I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night. And guess what? We fucking lost that game. And I remember I was sitting there that whole time just staring at everybody on the bus like, you guys are fucking idiots. And I was like, and if we lose, this is why we fucking lose. It's like, we don't know if tonight's gonna be a good night. Sure as fuck wasn't. We fucking lost, bro.
It was not a good night.
No, it wasn't. Tonight wasn't a good night. I went home with my parents because I was so pissed. I was just like, you guys signed me out so I could go home with you guys. I don't want to fucking be on the bus. Everybody's going to be pissed.
Everyone's playing that song. I got a feeling.
No. Tonight was supposed to be a good night.
I'll cry.
And that's what Johnny took his life, bro. He couldn't fucking handle it, bro. We lost the championship.
That's my Johnny. Fucking Johnny.
It's due for Johnny. Have you seen
next year? We're coming for Johnny.
Have you seen The Outsiders at least? No. You've never watched The Outsiders.
I know, dude. I'm slacking. Like in.
You've never watched this movie. Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise,
dude, maybe
Ralph Macchio.
Give me like a little. Give me like a.
It's due for Johnny. Soda Pop Lee Curtis.
No.
Greasers and Socias.
Dude, it's crazy. I'll watch something and then
forget it.
Yeah, write out.
You should just write a journal. That's why we need to do a podcast where you just review movies. So then you could always be like,
I'll always have my point of view.
Because you'll talk about it and and that'll like drill it in your head.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll listen to it sometimes. Oh, I remember that movie.
Oh, I like that.
And then you're like, I don't remember what I think about it. And then you play that episode and be like, oh, apparently I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then you could decide whether or not you watch it again and maybe you like it. Or watch it again and be like, shouldn't have watched it.
Yeah, dude, this is a great idea. Coming soon.
Tim Bolino's movie reviews.
They're going to be like episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, we could. Literally just fucking...
Just like
even if it's 10 minutes.
Sit down watching the movie.
It's just like the whole video is just from behind of the back of your head while you're watching the movie.
Yeah.
And then there will be a small screen in the corner of your face. You have your face reaction. And so you'll never fully see the movie because your head will always be in the way, and then it'll only ever cut to like your fucking close up of your face reaction. He's just like, wow, this is a good movie. Oh, wow, this movie's pretty fucking cool. Wow, wow, holy shit, wow, this movie's pretty cool.
Oh god. Well, there you go. There's that one.
There you go. That's going to be coming soon. Timbolino's movie review.
We gotta stop with that name, dude. Timbolino.
Do you know? It's Timbolino. It's not Timbolino. Like, not Thumbelina. You're not Thumbelina. You're Timbolino.
I'm over here I'm just hearing things wrong. Holy shit.
Does it sound clearer when I speak into my microphone?
Nathaniel, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Nathaniel?
I will unplug you.
The Lopez Show.
I can never have like that. I can never have that shit because George Lopez.
Yeah.
Mine will be like the Nathaniel Lopez Show.
Nathaniel Lopez. They think it's like a knockoff of George Lopez.
It's not.
I feel like you're wrong.
I'm my own person.
We're gonna kill that dream right now.
Yeah, I can't have anything called Saint George because that was that TV show with George Lopez.
Yeah. Oh. It's alright, dude.
That's okay. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Something good.
Fuck it. Check it. Football.
Someone good will come along.
I hope so. I hope people don't kill me.
That's always, something you should.
I hope people don't kill me. Oh man, we've taken various courses through this podcast, but hey, that's okay.
It's an adventure.
It's an invention. It's an intervention, Tim. This is an intervention.
Fuck you.
Nah, you got better yourself.
You got better.
Hell yeah, I did. I get better with age, motherfucker.
Like a fine wine. Dining like a fine wine.
Like a fine motherfucking wine.
Down the line.
Doing lines?
Ooh.
Holy shit.
I walk the line.
Ghost White.
Yeah. That is one of my favorite Toylit songs.
Is it?
One of my faves. But honestly, I like them all, but that's just...
That one's your favorite?
I try not to have favorites,
Yeah.
I try to stay just like
True
every
and
song
blue.
is... Every song has its own...
meaning.
Ups and downs and...
Yeah, it has its own feel to it.
Yeah, its own vibes.
What did you think when you first heard the album or the EP?
I was like, who's that guy yelling in the mic, yo?
It fucking sucks, bro.
Who's that guy yelling at me? Who's he think he is?
What's his problem? Oh, these are his problems. Oh.
At the end, I'm just like, I get it now. No, it was good. Freaking love. Much respect to the, Toylit. There's a lot of good musicians there, dude. There is.
Yeah, all of us in Toylit are dope.
There's just a lot of talent.
Yeah, we all do a lot of things. That's what I was saying. We all, we're not stand still. And that's I did an episode yesterday where I just talked about Toylit. And then in the end, I kind of talked about how, sometimes we get off, not off course, but we just get off track for a second where we get caught up in our own fucking shit.
You just start,
because we start doing stuff and we're on a roll with these things and we're just and then we're like, oh, we should jam this week sometime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. There are times where we just pumped music out. That was awesome.
Yeah, I love those times where we're just jamming.
And something cool happens.
Yeah, that's why I was saying
a magic moment.
We need to start fucking pre-production just so we don't lose the stuff that we already have right now. Mm. And with pre-production, because we did, me, Efren, and Carlos, we all did. Have you ever listened to the original Broken Glass Home, Part 2?
The one on YouTube? Or?
Yeah, the original Toylit one.
I think so.
It's super low quality.
I have, actually.
That was us.
We
all just recorded it at Billy's house.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Jam House.
And there's like, Efren has a file on his computer of 15 thoughts that we recorded, but half the vocals are done. Because I remember my throat was starting to give out, and I was just like, all right, we'll come back to these another day.
Right.
And then we never came back to them, and then we just went and recorded the whole album.
4 years later.
Not even.
How long was it?
How
long did that album take? Like, writing-wise?
Probably about a year.
Really?
Maybe less time. Maybe some less time.
But, like, to, like, recording done. Like, the final product.
The final product. Yeah, so Broken Glass Home was, like, our oldest song. That was probably about, like, a year and a half. Probably took us about a year, maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months to write what became The Real American Zero. Because after we wrote Broken Glass Home, because Broken Glass Home was the first song that we got down as, like, a song besides Sonora. Sonora was one of the first songs as well. And that's still not even on a fucking album yet.
I know. Who knows why not?
Because we're saving, we've had, like, what we're doing.
It's a gold one. You just put it in your pocket.
Well, no, we have this plan of, like, this next album that we're going to release. You know, we've had this plan since the beginning of Toylit.
Since the beginning of time.
Because we had those two songs, and they sound, Broken Glass Home and Sonora sound very different from each other.
They do. Yeah, I can agree.
And we were just like, all right, well, we're going to go with Broken Glass Home because, you know, it's like, that's just, like, more punkish.
Yeah, it is.
And then now with Sonora, we're kind of just easing our way into, like, this different
It's a whole
vibe.
new realm, yeah.
And I think that's what we'll do with those singles, because, you know, we're going to have those other singles.
It's like in Skyrim when you find, like, a new, like, forest or some kind of, like, crazy...
And you're just, like looking for all, like, the special stuff that's located in that area.
And you're like, what's the cool things over here? And then you pick it up, and boom. You got it.
You fucking got it.
And then you write the songs.
Exactly. I write the songs. And I'll play them. Oh, yes, how he hell. I write the songs. Dude, I'll show you after we finish recording. Yeah, I can make some crazy faces.
That was insane.
Dude, after we finish recording this, I'll show you this. Me and Efren did an episode of just us talking, and there's parts where, like, we just go into little bits, and they're fucking funny. All right, well, I guess we can end it right here. Yes. 47 minutes in. The world's got enough to know about Tim Slingluff right now. Thank you for sitting down with me, Timbo.
Thank you for having me over here in this in this beautiful
luxurious office
space.
Yeah, I'm working on it, buddy. I'm working on getting
out
these
of space
filled.
Your space is outer space.
This is my favorite painting right here, and I want to put it behind. Oh fuck! I want to put it behind my head.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the proper stuff right now. Andy painted that.
It looks amazing.
It's fucking dope as shit, huh? It's a clown, and he's just drinking.
He is, huh?
I got a lot of dope ass Andy's art.
That's awesome.
All right.
Jealous.
Thank you for listening.
Take it easy, guys.
Thank you to everybody and anybody that's listening. This episode was brought to you by learntosew.org and learntospeak.org. If you ever want to learn to sew and speak at the same time, simultaneously, you type in both of those names at the same time. Learn to speak, learntosew.org. All right. Thank you for listening. This is the Lopez Podcast. I'm Nathaniel Lopez, and that was Tim Slingluff. And thank you for listening. Subscribe. Follow the 85631 Instagram page at 85631. That's at 85SIX31 on Instagram. You can find the 85631 Productions YouTube page. We have 2 podcasts on Spotify, three podcasts on Spotify. Let the Freaks Speak.
Let them speak.
The Lopez Podcast, which is this one, and another podcast which I helped produce called Rick Daniel, Forced to Tell All. It is about a famous actor who is forced by his contract with 85631 Productions to tell some embarrassing shit. Tune into that. Tune into everything. Thank you for listening.
Daniel.
I have no
Daniel.
sponsors. Just kidding. I just said them all. Thanks for listening.
So and Sue.